crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadriver.com with your morning horn of, I don't know how to say tea in Bootling. Horn of teas. Cheers. Yes, the 21-day raw food reboot has begun. 1 day so far. So far it's easy. The first day is easy. It's usually pretty easy, but we'll see. But I feel great. Everybody who's participating, congratulations. Keep it up. 1 day down. If you didn't know anything about it or wanted to start, go to raw21reboot.com. That's Amy's website. Amy, my lovely wife, is running this. It's all free, by the way. I'm trying to teach her how to be a capitalist. She's like, no way. Raw 21 Reboot. Raw 21 Reboot. And click on, check out the website. It's got all the recipes and everything you need to do. And then click on the reboot. And that will show you exactly how it's done. And then if you go to the bottom, I think is a email for Amy. Contact. There we go. Just subscribe and she'll get your email and you can join the Telegram chat room if you want. She is very clear. If you want to talk about health and vegetables and the meals you can make, amazing meals, that's fine. There's no gold, silver, the stuff I talk about. She's like, I don't want people talking about that on my site. I say, I agree. So go check that out. And if you feel like changing your life in just 21 days, I felt like it. Amy felt like it. A whole bunch of people on the road felt like it. So we're doing it. All you do is, it's 3 weeks. 1 week of raw food, 1 week of raw smoothies, and 1 week of raw juices. Theoretically, every week is exactly the same. You're just taking the nutrients from the food and you're processing them quicker. If you think about it, right? Why do we eat? To get the nutrients to sustain ourselves, right? Not to bloat out and get heavy and all that. So we're looking for the nutrients. And by the third week, you're slim and trim. It's not a diet, really. It's a health thing. And you feel great and full of energy. And so check that out. All right, let's talk about crazy silverness. So silver price is rigged every day and every trade. I hope everybody understands that by now. If you're new to silver, having a rigged price is really a good thing for you. Why? Because you get cheaper silver. What's the key to investing? Buy low, sell high, right? Buy low. I mean, for the last 170 years, you could have bought low in silver. But that is ending. The 170-year manipulation is ending. How does it end, Bix? How does it end if the price doesn't go up? It ends by exposing the criminals. It ends by exposing the criminals and screaming at your regulators to do their frickin' job. Today I'm going to scream at the SEC because there's a clear violation. Providing false and misleading information by a senior silver participant in the SLV and on the COMEX. The guy should go to jail. By definition, you're not allowed to provide false and misleading information. It's exactly what Jeff Currie did of Goldman Sachs. Let me show you. First of all, where are we? Let's look at deliveries to date. We're up at 30, I think about 37 million, one of the biggest months ever. 37 million. Let's see where. Look at, interesting, there's so many new participants. 37 million, yeah. So 7,500 contracts, and that's about half of what we're going to get. A little over half. We're going to get probably 55. How do I guess 55? Right here. Remaining contracts, 3,872, just under 20,000 ounces, 20 million ounces. Now, don't forget, anybody can come in. Elon Musk, you can come in and buy as much silver as you want and take delivery right away today. Elon, how about next week? How about March 4th? March 4th, get it? March 4th, silver. We'll see what happens. Anyway, but obviously I was pointed out on day one, the very first day after the February contract matured, we had Goldman Sachs delivering 2,900, basically 14.5 million ounces. They were called for delivery. They were naked short. Everybody knows, I hope now, that they were naked short, because that was the first day of deliveries. And then they had 3 days. They had till Monday, and I'm going to show you what they did on Monday. I will show you what they did. Goldman Sachs was naked short. And Goldman Sachs is claiming that SLV inventory is theirs. And I'm going to show you proof. Where's the SEC? It's so obvious. First, let's listen to what Jeff Currie said to get him in a little hot water.
But I guess my question is, forget the ETF. In terms of thinking about how you're going to create a squeeze, the shorts are the ETFs. The ETFs buy the physical, they turn around and they sell on the COMEX to be able to hedge that physical position like any other corporate. It's right. Not a...
You heard him say, like any other corporate, the shorts are the ETFs. This guy right here, Goldman Sachs, is an authorized participant in the ETF. Now look at this. This is the prospectus. This is the prospectus. Page 8. The trust is a passive investment. This is SLV's prospectus. The trust is a passive investment vehicle. This means that the silver of your shares may be adversely affected by the trust losses that, if the trust had been actively managed, it might have been possible to avoid. This is the key part. The trustee does not. The trustee does not actively manage the silver held in trust. This means that the trustee does not sell silver at times when its price is high or acquire at lower prices in the expectation of future price increases. It also means that the trustee does not make use of any of the hedging techniques available to professional silver investors to attempt to reduce risks of losses resulting from price decreases. Oh my God, that's exactly the opposite of what Jeff Currie said. This also means that the trustee does not make use of any of the hedging techniques available to professional silver investors to attempt to reduce the risks of losses resulting from price decreases. Jeff Currie said the ETF is the short. They are the one hedging the metal. So Jeff Currie lied. He provided false and misleading information to the investing public, and they are an authorized participant. They are an active player, active participant, one of the lead people at SLV. Where's the SEC? If they can throw Martha Stewart in jail for selling some shares of her stock, why don't they throw Goldman Sachs in jail? Why isn't Jeff Currie in jail for providing false and misleading evidence? And how can we prove it? Right here. Goldman Sachs. House account. Delivered 2,900 contracts. 14.5 million ounces, right? Now take a look at this. This is the SLV silver inventories since the last day of the February contract traded, 66,950. Bang. 11 million ounces have been pulled out of SLV. Not only did Jeff Currie state that he wasn't doing it, that they were doing it, he actually did it. He pulled silver out of the SLV to cover a naked short on the COMEX. That tells us a few things. One, he's completely a criminal. Or BlackRock is going down. BlackRock is the owner of the trust. I would assume it is Jeff Currie and Goldman Sachs. But number two, it tells me there is no silver to deliver in the COMEX. He had to go to SLV to get the actual physical silver to meet COMEX delivery demands. So that means the whole JP Morgan, there's massive amounts of silver in the warehouse is complete bullshit. Nobody's willing to give it up. Keep an eye on this inventory. If anybody wants silver in big numbers, go steal Goldman Sachs's, what they think is their silver in the SLV. And to the SEC, WTF. What don't you understand about false and misleading information? Purposely. He did it again, by the way. Just the other day, he was talking about Texas crude. Just from what he says. I absolutely guarantee you that Goldman Sachs has a huge long position on Texas crude, on energy, on gas. They're massively long and have to have oil prices going through the roof. So they're going to try to do everything they can. This little leech doesn't come out of his office unless he's trying to rig the market somehow. Listen to what he says.
And there's really, I think the big key thing we're talking about, going back to our comments a month ago, is that demand, the levels were revised up for the fourth quarter of last year, meaning activity and demand was much better than we thought. Inventories grew a lot faster than we thought. And as a result, the market's in a bigger deficit. And I think that's the reason why we're at $65 a barrel. And then the other thing is positioning. You'd think it would be long. Everybody's, reflation trade. They're long copper, they're long everything else, but not crude. Why? Because like us, we thought this thing was going to tighten in the second half of next year, and it's tightened a lot earlier. So they can get long now.
They can get long now. He's in deep shit. If we see the oil price crash, goodbye Goldman Sachs. This guy belongs in jail. He does not belong on, CNBC probably belongs in jail too. They're part of the con. We're being conned. The entire financial system is a ridiculous joke. All right. on a lighter note and more exciting, check out Theta, baby. Theta. Oh my God, you guys. Good job on getting in Theta, right? Good job. You got in Theta when it was probably 10 cents when I was screaming about it. Now it's $3.84. It's going to 3,000. It's going to Michelle White Dove's number. I don't know when. It could be a lot faster than I think. There's some things coming up in Theta that will just rock the world. As in coming up at the end of April, right when mainnet goes live, I think Theta will get added to Coinbase. And they start their commercial. They're having commercials with famous sports stars. Everybody's going to know what Theta is in the matter of 2 months. And everybody in the US will be able to buy it if it goes on Coinbase. I don't even know. I can't tell you I can't be more adamant. I know a lot of the people on the road to Earth said, Bix, just go take it easy on Theta. Jeez. Why do you keep talking about it? It's the future of the internet. It's not just a cryptocurrency. I love telling this story. Back in 1990, I was approached by a group of my friends who were investing in something called the World Wide Web. Companies that would benefit from the World Wide Web. They said, Bix, come on. It's the future. And I didn't do it, and I kicked myself. Those guys haven't worked since. When Theta came out and I took a deep dive into it, I said, holy shit. This is the World Wide Web 2.0. This is a technology company with a crypto component. This is going to be bigger. You are going to own it. The question is, do you want to own it now, or do you want to own it when the rest of the world finds out about it and are using it? It is absolutely necessary. The Theta protocol, the Theta sharing of broadband is necessary because we can't expand our infrastructure fast enough and the money's not there. It would cost trillions of dollars to do what Theta is going to do on an individual decentralized basis. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yes, I do expect Theta. My number was $88 this year. I think that's going to be low, actually. Actually, it was $88 by September. And then $888 by another date that I'll tell the private road members. I'm going to do a private road discussion today, probably later this afternoon, on Theta. And I have a whole Theta page on how to buy it, store it, and stake it on the private road, but we're going to talk about it more in depth. If you go to the private road area and you go, it's the first one. Right there, the Theta page. Now, you have to have a little bit of computer savvy to do this. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I teach you how to buy it, store it, and stake it. Again, if all cryptos go away, Theta will not. Theta is necessary for the good guys and the bad guys. It is necessary for the future of humanity if we do want to go in that sci-fi world that Cliff High talks about. It's the only thing that can facilitate the expansion of the broadband network, which absolutely is screaming it has to be expanded. It has to be expanded. And on so many different levels. Not just, I want faster Wi-Fi. It's the Internet of Things. It's self-driving cars. It's all of the above. So, yeah. Should I say it again? Get yourself some Theta. Now, Theta Fuel's been on a roll. Theta Fuel is highly manipulated by Binance. What they'll do is they'll run up Theta Fuel, then they'll sell off and buy Theta, and then back and forth and back and forth. I don't know what Theta Fuel will be worth, because it's not a limited supply type coin. They can always add more. They just did add more, but they added the staking of Theta Fuel. Theta Fuel will do well. I think Theta will do better, but there will be times like this morning, Theta Fuel was up 50%. And I know a lot of people would call me, say, I'm going to swap my Theta Fuel for Theta again and do it again. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I'm like, go for it. Don't forget, they're taxable events every time you sell. So yeah, Theta and Theta Fuel. If you stake your Theta, you are earning Theta Fuel. So basically, I got a 20% raise this morning. It was 50%, but a 20% raise this morning on all the Theta Fuel I'm making. That's the story. If you want to join the private road at Road, go to roadtoroot.com. Definitely get on the public road. This is the free stuff. Emails to your inbox. Keep track of me when they kick me off next time. But if you want to subscribe, support the cause, and get all the Jenny Moonstone readings, the Theta readings, and all the updates, hit subscribe today. It's $2.99 for a year. This is Bix Weir, roadtoroot.com. I'll talk to you later.